Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss about arrays in Java. So why I am specifying in Java, in the sense arrays are different in Java when we compare with C. So as we discussed in the data types video, arrays are reference types. That means you cannot directly create an array at static, that means at compile time. So you need to allocate the memory dynamically using new operator at the time of runtime. And we also discuss about different types of arrays with different examples now. So coming to the declaration of array. So before going to the declaration of array, every one of us know the definition of array. So array is nothing but collection of similar elements. So if I take int a is equal to 10, here a is a normal variable which can store only a single value. If I want to store multiple values together sequentially in the sense like side to side, if I want to store 10 values, I can take like this, 5 values, I can take A, B, C, D. But here the difference is the memory location for A may be 200, and for this the address may be 500, for this the address may be 400, 300 and 100. That means wherever the memory is free, at that place the memory will be allocated. But if you want to store all the elements together sequentially side to side, then you need to use array. So in arrays, if I take the size of the array as 5, the elements integer size will be 4. So the first element will take 4 bytes, next address will be 104, 108, 112 and 116. So all the elements will be stored sequentially. So if you want to store all the elements together, then you can use arrays. But in array, you can store only similar data type, that means same data type elements only. If it is an integer array, I can store integer elements. If it is a double array, I can store only double elements. And coming to the declaration, this is a normal declaration. At the time of declaration, you are not specifying any size. So int a, that's it. Don't specify the size at the time of declaration. This is only declaration. You are not allocating any space for this. And coming to allocation, a is equal to new int of, here you need to specify the size. For example, if I want to store 5 elements in the array, the size will be 5. Now for these 5 elements, the memory will be allocated, and the base address, whatever the starting address is there, that will be stored in this a. So that's why I'm writing like this, a is equal to new int of 5. And now if you want to combine these two statements, you can combine like this, int a is equal to new int of 5. This is also correct. At the time of declaration only you are allocating the memory, but this is not correct. New int of 5, it is not correct. So here you are saving the address in a, not in this. So you should not specify this subscript symbol here. So if you want to divide these statement into two different statements, you need to write like this, otherwise you can combine like this. And as we know, the index starts from 0 here, right? So instead of allocating memory using new operator, at the time of declaration itself, if you want to provide the values, you can assign like this. So with open the array symbol, write the elements as many as you want, then close the brace. So based on the number of elements, for example, if it contains 10 elements or 12 elements, for those 12 elements, the memory will be allocated here. So after counting these many elements, the memory will be allocated. So here we don't need any new operator, and the array is created with a large enough size to store all these elements. And if it is a multi-dimensional, that is 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional, same thing, but you need to specify the more subscripts. It is a 2-dimensional array, so I'm providing 2 subscripts and I'm not supposed to provide any size here. And next, a is equal to new int of, the first subscript contains the row size and the second subscript contains the column size. In this way we can allocate the memory for multi-dimensional arrays. If you want to initialize your array, you can write like this. So this is first row and this is second row. So you have 2 rows and 3 columns. So here we are not supposed to specify the size. Based on the elements we give, the size will be allocated. Now we will see 1 or 2 examples with this for single dimensional as well as for multi-dimensional. So I'm taking a class A with main function now. At the time of declaration itself, I'm assigning the values. Then I want to print all these values. For index I starts from 0 and we have 5 elements here, so the maximum index will be 4. That's why I'm writing I less than 5. That means it will go till 4. Then I'm just printing system.out.println. I'm printing A of I which contains array element. Then I'm closing this. So this is array example. I'm giving array example. So first I need to save this. .java. Should save your files with .java extension. Now I'll try to compile my program using javac compiler. Array example.java. So we have one error. Okay, so I need to close my for loop also. One is for loop, one is main function, and other is class. Now if I again compile this program, there are no errors, and I'm now executing my program, so which is displaying all the array elements. So here in this program we are not allocating memory using new operator. Now what I will do, I will allocate the memory using new operator for 5 elements. Now we will read all these elements from the user by taking scanner class, which is available in util package. So I need to import that util package. Now ask the user, okay, before that create scanner object, scanner op is equal to new scanner, which is used to read the elements from the user. And now I'm asking the user, enter how many elements we want, 5 elements. Then I want to take a loop. Int I starts from 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Now you are reading the element. Which element we are reading? A of I we are reading. How we are reading? ob dot next int. Next int method is used to read the integer element. Sorry, next int. This is next int. Now, so in the first loop you are reading the elements, and then I'm printing the array elements which we read from the user. So I'm displaying a message here, array elements. Then I'm saving this program, and now if I try to compile this, compile and then execute, enter 5 elements. It is asking the user itself. So I'm entering 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now array elements are same elements it will display. Now, so here I told you, like we can divide this into 2 statements like this. This is also correct. I'm just saving this. Again we can try to compile this. Then execute. I'm entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Array elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So both the syntaxes are same. Both will work as same. Now I'm taking a 2-dimensional array. Now I need to provide the row size and the column size also. Now 2 by 2, that is we need to enter 4 elements, and it will contain the rows from 0 to 2, and I need to take one more loop for columns. Int j is equal to starts from 0, 2 columns and j plus plus. And now you need to enter, store your element in A of I, j. The function is same, ob dot next int, but you need to close 2 braces for I loop and j loop. And now for array elements also same thing. You need to take 2 loops, 2 rows and 2 columns int j is equal to 0, j less than 2j plus plus, and here you need to print a of I, j. Then you need to close one more loop for j. That's it, I'm saving this. Now if I try to compile this program, no errors. So I enter 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. But see, it is displaying like a normal one-dimensional array, but we have given two-dimensional array, so it should take 2 rows and 2 columns, but it is taking 4 rows and a single column. Now what I need to do, I need to use system.out.print without any ln. Ln in the sense it will come to new line after printing that statement. But this j loop is for single row, so till complete, like till the first row completes, it should not enter to the next line. So after printing each element, I'm just giving a space now. So whenever your j loop is over, your first row, your row is over. Now come to next line. So how you're coming to next line? Using an empty println statement. So I'm just saving this. This is only for printing, only for understanding. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now the elements will be printed like 2 rows and 2 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only for user understanding purpose, but while saving in the memory, it will follow two-dimensional manner only. So this is about arrays, one-dimensional and two-dimensional. The main important point about arrays in Java is it's a reference type, and we need to allocate the memory using new operator, and the memory will be allocated at runtime dynamically. And thank you.